What if I revealed to you that a forgotten spice, no bigger than your fingernail, could breathe new life into your body and awaken an intimate response in merely 60 seconds? That regardless of your age, your medications, or your past disappointments, one simple bite could start restoring the very vitality you believed was lost forever? I realize that sounds incredible, but please stay with me because what I'm about to reveal could transform everything. My name is Dr. David, and I've dedicated over 3 decades to helping seniors reclaim what the years in conventional medicine have quietly taken away from them: confidence, circulation, vitality, and the ability to feel truly alive again. Not through costly prescriptions, not through gimmicks, but by awakening what the body still remembers when you provide it with the proper tools. And here's the remarkable part. The solution isn't some new scientific breakthrough or expensive high-tech device. It's a spice that's been hiding right under your nose, one your great-grandparents used before intimate moments, and research now proves works more effectively than anyone ever imagined. The irony? You've likely passed by it in your spice cabinet countless times, never realizing what it could accomplish. In the next few minutes, I'll demonstrate how chewing this one spice for just 60 seconds can dilate your blood vessels, reduce the stress that's suppressing your natural energy, combat oral bacteria that restrict circulation, and help you achieve deeper sleep so your hormones can restore themselves naturally. I'll walk you through this method step by step, and I guarantee by the end of this presentation, you'll understand exactly how to use it and what to anticipate in your first week, second week, and first month. Before we explore this powerful technique, please take a moment to subscribe and click the notification bell. This ensures you won't miss any of the natural health strategies I develop specifically for people like you. If this message resonates with you, simply type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't connect with you, type 0, so I understand how to better serve your needs. Now, let's begin with the foundation of this discovery, because none of it functions without understanding what makes this tiny spice so remarkably powerful. Section 1. The secret compound, eugenol. The secret lies in a natural compound hidden within each tiny piece, and it's called eugenol. This single ingredient is the reason your blood begins flowing, your vessels start relaxing, and your body begins responding like it used to. Perhaps even better. Let me explain exactly how this works. I'll never forget the first time I had a patient look directly at me and say, "Dr. David, I simply want to feel like myself again." He wasn't discussing six-pack abs or running marathons. He was talking about intimate connection, confidence, vitality. The quiet kind of strength a person carries when their body still responds as it should. That's what inspired me to explore natural alternatives. And that's when I kept returning to one powerful compound: eugenol. Eugenol is found in high concentrations within cloves. When you chew a clove, just 1 or 2, the essential oils released contain this remarkable substance. But eugenol doesn't simply remain in your mouth. It enters your bloodstream through the delicate membranes almost instantly. What happens next is where the transformation begins. Eugenol functions as a vasodilator. This means it helps your blood vessels relax and open, especially the narrow, stubborn ones that supply your intimate organs. After 60, those vessels tend to become rigid and lose their flexibility. That's why blood doesn't flow the way it once did. Eugenol works like a natural therapy for your arteries, gently opening the pathways and allowing blood to move freely again. Not forced, not artificial, just a reawakening of what your body once accomplished effortlessly. What makes this even more powerful is that eugenol stimulates the production of nitric oxide, the same compound those expensive medications try to replicate. But this isn't synthetic chemistry, this is natural biology. And it's happening organically, without the side effects, the headaches, or the energy crash afterward. Many people describe a gentle warmth, a sense of circulation returning within minutes. It's subtle, yet powerful. And if that's what just one compound can accomplish, wait until you discover what this spice does to the stress that's been quietly undermining your natural energy for years. Section 2. Why strength weakens. After 60, I've had countless seniors in their 60s, 70s, even 80s come into my practice. Eyes downcast, voice quiet, expressing the same concern. It's just not functioning like it used to. And I always reassure them, this isn't a personal failing. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's simply biology. As we mature, the small blood vessels that support intimate function begin to narrow and stiffen. They lose their elasticity. Years of stress, processed foods, inflammation, and reduced movement start to accumulate. The result? Blood doesn't flow like it once did. And without that surge of circulation, intimate response simply can't occur naturally. But here's the part most healthcare providers never say directly. These changes are not permanent. They are reversible. That's where cloves enter the picture, and why they're such a powerful ally for older adults. Remember that compound we just discussed, eugenol? It's not only relaxing your blood vessels, it's also helping to restore flexibility to the inner walls of those vessels. Think of it like cleaning out a clogged pipe and making it smooth again. The blood starts flowing easier, more completely, and where it needs to go. Some of my patients have shared that after just a couple of weeks of using this method daily, they experienced morning responses for the first time in years. Not because of a medication, not because of a miracle, but because their circulation finally had an opportunity to function again. That's the beauty of this natural method. It doesn't force your body to do anything. It simply gives it permission to return to its original design. But here's something important. Even with perfect blood flow, one invisible force can shut everything down before it even begins. And chances are, it's been quietly undermining you for decades. Section 3. The 60-second clove method. You know, the most effective solutions are often the simplest ones, and this method I'm about to share has helped so many of my older patients feel like themselves again. No prescriptions, no uncomfortable doctor visits, no waiting in pharmacy lines. Just a small, intentional action you can take right in your own kitchen. And the best part? It takes only 60 seconds. Here's exactly how I guide my patients through this process. Take 2 or 3 whole cloves, not the powdered variety, but whole dried cloves. Ideally organic, but any good quality clove will work effectively. Place them between your molars, the back teeth, where your chewing power is strongest. Slowly bite down until you feel them crack open. And here's the key. Don't rush this process. Allow the essential oils to coat your tongue and mouth. Breathe through your nose. Stay relaxed and present. For the first 30 seconds, simply hold those broken pieces in your mouth. Let your saliva mix with the oils. You might experience a strong, warm sensation. It's intense, yes, but that's actually a positive sign. It means the eugenol is being absorbed through the sensitive membranes inside your mouth, traveling directly into your bloodstream. Then slowly begin chewing, not forcefully, just enough to completely break the clove down. Keep it in your mouth for another 30 seconds, working the oils through your saliva. That's it. You can either swallow the remnants or spit them out. Both options are perfectly fine. What makes this method so effective is how quickly it begins working. Some men report feeling the difference within minutes. Their mind clears. They feel more present, more grounded in their body. But chewing cloves isn't just about blood flow and energy. It also unlocks something most people over 60 desperately need and probably don't even realize they're missing. Section 4. Optimal timing for best results. One of the questions I receive most frequently, usually after someone has tried the CLOVE method for the first time and felt that unmistakable warmth, is, when should I use this technique to get the best results? The truth is, timing can make all the difference. Like anything powerful, it's not just about doing it, it's about when you do it. Think of this as tuning a fine instrument. You want everything in harmony, your hormones, your nervous system, your circulation. For many of my patients, the evening represents the optimal window. About an hour before bedtime, when the day winds down and the mind begins to settle, chewing cloves at that time helps relax the nervous system and prepares your body for better sleep. And that's not just about rest. Deep, restorative sleep is when your body produces the most natural energy hormones. That's your foundation for vitality. Nighttime use establishes the foundation for the following day. Better energy, clearer focus, and yes, stronger morning responses. But don't overlook the morning approach either. Using this method first thing on an empty stomach helps jumpstart circulation and sets a calm but alert tone for your entire day. Some people prefer it before exercise or walks. Others use it before intimate moments, 30 to 45 minutes beforehand, for that added sense of presence, connection, and stamina. The key is listening to your body. Stay consistent. Daily use builds momentum over time. This isn't a one-time trick. It's a daily investment in your vitality. And if you're wondering how such a simple action can lead to such profound changes, it helps to understand what might be holding your body back in the first place. There's one silent force most people never suspect, and it's been robbing you of your strength from the inside out. Section 5. The stress connection. I can't tell you how many wonderful people I've sat across from. Individuals who eat well, stay active, even follow all the right health advice, but still feel like something's not right. Their energy feels flat. Their desire comes and goes. And when it comes to intimate moments, their bodies just don't respond the way they used to. That's when I ask them one simple question: how's your stress level? The room usually gets quiet. They sigh deeply. And then I hear the real story: concerns about finances, health, relationships, aging. It's a heavy burden to carry. Most don't realize just how much that silent pressure is destroying their vitality from the inside out. You see, chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that's supposed to help you in moments of danger, not remain elevated all day, every day. But in today's world, most people over 60 are living in a nearly constant state of tension. And here's the devastating part. Cortisol and your natural energy hormones can't coexist at high levels. When one rises, the other crashes. That means the more stress you carry, the fewer natural hormones your body produces, and the weaker your intimate response becomes. This is where cloves become more than just a circulation booster. They actually help regulate the stress response. The compound beta-caryophyllene found in cloves binds to receptors in the brain that signal safety and calm. Within just minutes, you may feel a release in your chest, a clarity in your mind, a letting go of pressure that's been building for years. And as cortisol decreases, your natural energy hormones can finally rise again, naturally, without force. You may start feeling more like yourself without even realizing the shift at first, but it's real. And there's another powerful benefit that comes from this stress relief, one that works quietly while you sleep. And it might just be the missing piece in your hormone recovery. Section 6. Sleep, Hormones, and Recovery. If there's one thing I've observed time and again with my older patients, it's this. The moment sleep starts deteriorating, everything else begins to unravel. You can eat perfectly, exercise regularly, take every supplement available, but if your sleep is disrupted, your hormones don't stand a chance. That's because most of your natural energy hormones, your repair work, your healing happens at night, specifically during deep, uninterrupted REM sleep. But how many people over 60 actually achieve that kind of rest anymore? So many tell me they lie awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, mind racing with worries. Or they fall asleep quickly but wake up multiple times throughout the night, never feeling truly rested. Then they wonder why their energy is low, why desire feels like a distant memory, or why they just can't get going the way they used to. The answer, more often than not, is poor quality sleep. That's where cloves come in, not just as a circulatory aid, but as a powerful ally for the nervous system. The compounds in cloves, especially eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, don't just relax blood vessels. They also calm the part of your brain that regulates your sleep cycle. When chewed in the evening, about an hour before bed, cloves help ease you into deeper, more stable sleep. Many people tell me they start dreaming again. They wake up with more clarity, more energy, and more often than not, with stronger morning responses. That's not a coincidence. That's your natural hormones doing their job again. So if you've been struggling to feel rested, or wondering why your drive and vitality have faded, start paying attention to how you sleep. Because improving that one area can send a ripple of healing through your entire system. But cloves don't stop there. What if I told you that even your gums, the health of your mouth, could be secretly damaging your intimate strength? Let's uncover that surprising connection next. Section 7. The mouth-body connection. It might sound unusual at first, but I've witnessed it too many times to ignore. A person walks into my office complaining of low energy, weak intimate responses, and no clear explanation for why. Their blood pressure looks normal, their lab results are decent, but then I ask one simple question. How's your dental health? And that's when the truth emerges. Bleeding gums, receding gum lines, persistent bad breath that won't go away. Most people never imagine that what's happening in their mouth could be affecting what's happening in their intimate life. But the science is crystal clear. Everything is connected. Your mouth is a gateway to your circulatory system. When you have gum disease, whether you notice it or not, bacteria from your mouth enter your bloodstream. They travel throughout your body, creating silent inflammation that damages the very blood vessels responsible for intimate function. It's like trying to run clean water through a hose that's filled with mud. The pressure might be there, but nothing flows through clearly. Studies have even demonstrated that people with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience intimate dysfunction. That's not a coincidence. That's biology at work. Now here's where cloves become more than just a helpful spice. They become a daily detox. Clove oil is one of nature's most powerful natural antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, those antibacterial compounds go to work immediately. They begin neutralizing harmful bacteria in your mouth before they can ever reach your bloodstream. It's fast, effective, and you can feel it working, sometimes with just a single chew. It's one of the simplest yet most overlooked steps in restoring full body health. And when your mouth is clean, your blood flows cleaner too. But now that your vessels are opening, your hormones are rising, and your system is running smoother, what should you expect next? Let me walk you through what happens week by week once you commit to this powerful habit. Section 8. Timeline and Expectations. One of the most rewarding aspects of working with older adults is watching their expressions change over time. I'll never forget one gentleman in his late 60s. He came to me feeling tired, skeptical, and embarrassed about what he'd lost. We started the CLOVE method together, and I asked him to stay consistent for just 1 month. After 1 week, he called and said, "Dr. David, something's happening. I feel more awake in the mornings." That was just the beginning. In the first 7 days, most people notice subtle shifts: a warm sensation in the body, a clearer mind, slightly deeper sleep, a little more motivation to move or take a walk. It's not dramatic, but it's there, and it's the signal your body is beginning to respond. By day 14, things often accelerate. Energy increases. Mornings feel different, more alert. Sometimes with the return of something you haven't experienced in years: spontaneous morning responses. It's not magic. It's circulation coming back online and natural hormones starting to whisper again. By day 30, many people tell me they feel like a different person. Not only do their intimate responses return with greater consistency and strength, but their confidence shifts. They carry themselves differently. Their spouses or partners notice. Even if intimate activity hasn't fully resumed yet, the connection, the emotional presence starts to rebuild. And that's the true objective: to feel like yourself again, to live in a body that feels alive, not stalled or shut down. But remember, this is just the beginning. Because once you unlock this strength, the real question becomes, how do you maintain it and protect it for years to come? In our final message, let's discuss how to turn this simple habit into a lasting foundation for lifelong vitality. Conclusion: your strength awaits. I've spent over 30 years sitting with people just like you, individuals who quietly carry the weight of fading energy, lost confidence, and the fear that their best days might be behind them. But I promise you this: they're not. This one simple habit, chewing a few cloves for 60 seconds, can do more than just improve blood flow. It calms your nerves, restores deep sleep, reignites natural energy, and even cleans your mouth to protect your heart and your vitality. I've watched it awaken circulation, bring back desire, and most importantly, bring people back to themselves. If you've made it this far, your body is already asking for change, and now you know what to give it. The decision is yours. Keep hoping for a miracle, or start building one with your own hands. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Start tonight, and let your strength return one day at a time. If this resonates with you, please subscribe to this channel for more natural health strategies designed specifically for people who refuse to accept decline as inevitable. Leave a comment below and let me know. Are you ready to try the 60-second CLOVE method? Your vitality is waiting. The question is, are you ready to reclaim it? Remember, your body wants to heal. It's simply waiting for you to show it the way. That way starts with a single clove, chewed mindfully for 60 seconds. Your transformation begins now.